Imagine what's possible when learning doesn't get in the way of life. At Capella University, our game-changing FlexPath learning format lets you set your own deadlines so you can learn at a time and pace that works for you. It's an education you can tailor to your schedule. That means you don't have to put your life on hold to pursue your professional goals. Instead, enjoy learning your way and earn your degree without missing a beat. A different future is closer than you think with Capella University. Learn more at capella.edu.
Oh, sheet.
Honey, chill. It's just laundry.
Not that. I'm talking about these Arm & Hammer Power Sheets. All the power of Arm & Hammer laundry detergent in a convenient tossable sheet.
Oh, sheet.
That's what I'm saying.
And Arm & Hammer Power Sheets deliver an effective clean at a great price. Think of all the laundry we'll do.
And all the money we'll save. Oh, sheet.
Arm & Hammer, more power to you.
This is Optimal Living Daily. Life is in the Transitions by Ryan Frederick of Here.life, and I'm Justin Malik. I read to you every day with permission from the authors, and we have a bunch of shows to optimize your life covering different topics. Just search for Optimal Living Daily wherever you're hearing this to find all of them. But for now, let's get right to it as we optimize your life. Life is in the Transitions by Ryan Frederick of Here.life. In Anne Lamott's New York Times best-selling book, Somehow, Thoughts on Love, she candidly and humorously shares her perspective on life now at 70 years old. The author has experienced lots of twists and turns in her life, from achieving fame and literary success to suffering from alcoholism and strained relationships. As she looks back, she doesn't regret any of the hardships. It was in these moments that she learned the most about herself and was able to use these learnings to shape her future self. Life is in the transitions. Anne Lamott is not alone. While many of us may not wish for transitions, especially during periods of peace and tranquility, we often look back and see the importance of a change to our status quo. But in the moment, we are often resistant to change. Transitions, whether anticipated or unexpected, hold a particular kind of tension. They mark the space between what was and what will be, a threshold where the past lingers and the future hesitates. And yet, if we look closely, these in-between moments are often where life reveals itself most vividly. It's natural to think of life as a series of destinations, a career milestone, a relationship milestone, a home to settle into. But more often than not, we exist in motion, in the liminal spaces where things are neither fully formed nor fully undone. The transitions of life, moving to a new city, ending a relationship, starting a new job, entering a new phase of adulthood, are where we are reshaped, not in the polished certainty of arrival, but in the rawness of becoming. Meet transitions with curiosity. Perhaps the challenge then is not to resist change, but to meet it with curiosity. In what ways can this transition help shape my next chapter of life? What do I want it to look like? Who do I want to be with me? What do I want to do? How can I live with greater purpose, better health, greater financial security? And not insignificantly, where should this happen? In other words, transitions provide an excuse to reevaluate your life. Especially in our distracted age of modernity, it is too easy to keep our heads down, endlessly scroll on Instagram, and without provocation, keep on keeping on, even if that's not the best path. Finding your place is key. One of the keys to making the most of life's transitions is place. In some cases, a life transition triggers a move. In other cases, it initiates changes to an existing place, such as material changes like a home renovation, or more commonly, non-physical changes like making new friends or changing a workout routine. In nearly every case, a life transition should at least raise whether a change of place could be a strategy to make the most of a new life stage. On one end of the spectrum, a life transition from college to a first job, place features prominently. There's the decision not just about what organization to join, but what place to become part of. Urban, suburban, rural, within or outside of the U.S., what type of neighborhood, What physical dwelling? This decision can shape social networks, physical activity, financial well-being, and more. For young people, the decision of what metropolitan city to move to can have a different impact on your likelihood of finding a mate and the type of mate you find. On the other end, empty nesters or retirees often confront decisions about place too. Downsize, upsize, or right size. Where? What type of community or neighborhood do you wish to be part of? Which places positively influence social connections and sense of purpose? Combing over a best of list can be deceptive, as these compilations often overweight weather and cost of living and underweight other factors that drive broader well-being. They most certainly don't factor what matters most to you specifically. Your perspective matters too. If you're amid a life transition, take advantage of this opportunity for self-reflection and be sure to include place in your thinking. It's a decision that matters, but have realistic expectations. Landing in the perfect place may be unrealistic. Perfect places don't exist anyway, and if they do, it's not for very long. It may be better to focus on finding the right-ish place. Just as important is making your place right for you. This starts with your attitude. Some transitions can be particularly traumatic, such as losing a partner or having a major health setback. Grief is a critical part of the process, but don't underestimate the role of the right place to make the best of life's next chapter. We could all take a cue from the lovable Anne Lamott and lean into the fact that somehow we will get to the other side of the transition, and where we live will be part of making that happen. You just listened to the post titled, Life is in the Transitions by Ryan Frederick of Here.life, and I'll be right back with my commentary. The grind never stops as a business owner. When you're hiring, you need a partner that works as hard as you do, and that's where LinkedIn Jobs comes in. We've been lucky finding our team here at Optimal Living Daily, and I think LinkedIn Jobs would have taken luck out of the equation, finding us the best quickly. With LinkedIn Jobs, posting your job for free is just the beginning. You can pay to promote it for 3 times more qualified candidates, and their new feature helps craft the perfect job description in minutes, putting your job opportunity in front of qualified talent that matters. Plus, you can boost your reach by adding a hashtag hiring frame to your profile picture to double your qualified applicants. Super simple, yet super effective. And the results speak for themselves. Approximately 72% of small and medium-sized businesses on LinkedIn say that LinkedIn helps them find high-quality candidates. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/selection. That's linkedin.com/selection to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply.
Your data is like gold to hackers. They're selling your passwords, bank details, and private messages. McAfee helps stop them. Secure VPN keeps your online activity private. AI-powered text scam detector spots phishing attempts instantly. And with award-winning antivirus, you get top-tier hacker protection. Plus, you'll get up to $2 million in identity theft coverage, all for just $39.99 for your first year. Visit McAfee.com. Cancel anytime. Terms apply.
Thank you to Ryan. I think this is all true, and it's an inspirational article. Just maybe a bit easier said than done. When you're in the middle of a tough transition, struggling to make things work, it's really hard to find this kind of inspiration and see the bright side of things. It's nice to say, lean into the discomfort or be curious about change. When you're actually in it, when maybe you're worried about money or your relationships are shifting or you're not sure what's next, it can feel pretty terrible. It's hard to be philosophical when you're in the thick of it. This is a little sidestep to the point of his article, but still worth mentioning. That's why I think it's important to acknowledge that, yes, transitions can and probably almost always do lead to growth and positive change, but it's also okay to struggle with them. It's okay if you're not feeling particularly curious or philosophical about your transitions right now. Sometimes just getting through it is enough. So maybe today, if you're going through a tough transition, remember to be gentle with yourself. Yes, try to stay open to what this change might bring, but also know it's completely normal if you're finding it difficult. These in-between spaces are not easy to navigate. And with that, have a great rest of your day working through those transitions, and I'll see you tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.